the Republic of South Sudan.
It's a COP of implementation, from vision to implementation. Here, the different think tanks, stakeholders are definitely moving towards the future, outlining the roadmap towards the future. We're really happy to meet on the sidelines of the discussions today at COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt. His Excellency, Ambassador Stephen Kuol, he is the Minister of Peace Building in South Sudan. Mr. Kuol, thank you so much for joining us here on Nile TV International. And it's really interesting to know more about the correlation between peace building and climate change.
Thank you very much, Nile TV, for hosting me. Yes, definitely, we have come here to highlight the correlations between the climate change, the climate disasters that include displacement, war, displacement, in sub-Saharan Africa has been confounded by drought and flood displacement in that part of Africa. And we thank and congratulate the government of the Republic of Egypt for providing leadership, organizing this timely conference, bringing the whole world to Sharm el-Sheikh to deliberate on this global disaster, the climate change. You cannot build peace in the middle of disasters like flood and drought. Live examples in the Nile Basin regions of Africa. South Sudan is undergoing a peace process, peace building program. Sudan, Ethiopia, you name it, all this Nile Basin region is war devastated, and the government and the people along this Nile Basin region are currently embarking on peace building, which is disrupted big time by the flood. Far west in Western African region, especially in the Sahel, our populations along that region are displaced by drought, forcing them to migrate southward. And the Nile Basin region is affected by the flood, also forcing some communities to move uninvited to the higher ground. That has caused geopolitical tensions and tensions, intra-communal tension among the communities.
Yes. Your Excellency, COP27 is dubbed actually as the African COP, as Egypt is speaking the voice of Africa here at COP27. Your aspirations for Africa out of this COP?
It is a global conference. And the most interesting part of it is that it is led by an African country. The climate change is not an African problem. It's a global crisis that has to be addressed. And thanks to the leadership of the Egyptian government at this particular time, through the triple CPA, to bring the whole world to Sharm el-Sheikh.
The role of peace building today amidst the different challenges that we meet globally and worldwide is detrimental. And
It is.
I think that it should feature high, definitely, on the agenda.
It is high on agenda. The climate disasters, as I discussed with you, bring about geopolitical tensions. They bring about natural disasters that cause extreme humanitarian crisis. The flood displacement in South Sudan, as we speak, is a real disaster, affecting local communities all over. Two regions of the Republic of South Sudan, which is 75% of the geopolitical landmass of my country, is submerging in water. Upper Nile, Bahr el Ghazal, are all submerged in water. We are left only with parts of Greater Equatoria, where the national capital is located. Along the Nile Basin region, you see the floods devastating most part of the Sudan. And the flood has gone as far as Chad. So it is a real current disaster. Climate change is not a crisis of the future. It is current crisis for some people in sub-Saharan Africa and beyond.
Yes. A message on behalf of Your Excellency from Egypt, from the mother of the world, as we address the challenges here of climate change before COP27. Your aspirations for looking forward to the recommendations of COP27, what would you say? How will COP27 make a difference?
Well, COP27 should make a big difference. Here in Sharm el-Sheikh, we have a forum to scientifically discuss the real effects of the climate change. In these dialogues which is going on, you have the countries that produce most of the green gases that has caused global pollution, and countries at the receiving end, like African countries and the whole global south. You know that Africa contributes less than 3% of the green gas that cause the climate change. The point we are trying to put across as Africa in this forum is for the far north of the globe and the industrialized West to come down to their senses and work with Africa to find durable solutions. In the meantime, Africa needs support with technological assistance, resources assistance, financial aid, and so on and so forth.
Definitely, through our sense of togetherness, through our unity, we can achieve the Africa that we aspire. I thank you very much, Your Excellency, Ambassador Stephen Parkol, Minister of Peace Building in South Sudan, for joining us exclusively here on Nile TV International and the Egyptian television. Thank you so much for being with us.
It is my pleasure.
Thank you.
Nice having me here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We still continue our coverage here, special coverage of Nile TV International, bringing you exclusive interviews and more.